they've got Young. Riley is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Johnson. And it's Vukcevic in at the center position. And for the Magic, down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Jalen Suggs is out there with Anthony Black. And it's Bane in at the 3. Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Now, here is Young. Here's Koulibaly. Young outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. Koulibaly, no good. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Jazz. Banchero outside. From past the arc. Here's Carter, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, that's a big-time effort play by Wendell Carter Jr. This guy gives you everything he's got.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Young. There's the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant. We have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and pound him on every possession. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now Johnson. After the missed 3 from Desmond Bane. Shoots over Black. Johnson can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Carter. Now Suggs. Now here's Banchero. Covered by Johnson. And a wide open look for Bane. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist.
Yeah, this is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
Riley with a screen on Suggs. Three-pointer. And again, Washington with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with a spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Here's Bane. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Johnson right side. Stolen by Carter. Banchero inside. Riley covering. Banchero, that's good.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. Well, with his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Here's Vukcevic. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Shoots from 12. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Vukcevic has got his second basket of the game. Suggs dishes to Carter. Over in the corner, Banchero. Suggs kicks to Bane. And the 3 off target.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Here's Koulibaly. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The Magic trailing. Left side, Suggs. Over in the corner, Banchero. Down low, Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Boy, you see Carter Jr. use every bit of that 7'5" wingspan. Boy, it is tough to guard around the rim. Look out.
Now, here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. Back to Young. Right post, Johnson. Shoots over Black. Johnson can't get it to go. Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. A nice shot by Carter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Young sets a screen for Johnson. He takes it in, and that one is good.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Orlando leading. Suggs kicks to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. And a miss there on the triple. Washington's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Young. Johnson at the elbow. Here's Vukcevic, defended by Carter. Riley passes it to Young. A three-pointer, no good. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Dallas. Bane kicks to Banchero. From 13, and Vukcevic pulls it down.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Now Johnson. He had 15 points last outing. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Suggs. Back the pass to Bane. Banchero outside. Another miss by Banchero. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wizards. They trail by 1. Young's shot is good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Bane following the basket by Trae Young. Young against Suggs. Over in the corner, Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
And the shot is good. And now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. The 4th spot held by Jalen Suggs.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Pass to Black. Suggs in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Suggs has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
It's deflected. On the wing, Bane. He's defended by Koulibaly. Outside, Suggs. Pass to Bitadze. Here's the teardrop. Clock at 4. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Wizards trail by 3. Johnson outside. Young outside. Riley with a screen on Suggs. Young, no good.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Pass to Black. To the paint. Suggs on the follow. Suggs has got 5.
Well, Jalen Suggs sees an opportunity to create an extra chance for his team, and he goes after it.
Johnson, the pass to Young. It's deflected. Back to Bain. Pass to Suggs. And yes, it's good. And now a 7-point Orlando lead.
Displaying some solid body strength and balance, Jalen Suggs to the cup.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. For the match, De Silva's checked in, and it's Richardson in for Black. And the Wizards making a change here. The Wizards working the ball around now.
2 minutes.
Young pass to Watkins. They need this one. And Trae Young gets the 3. 8 points for him.
Well, this is what Young is known for, a knockdown threat from downtown.
Pass to Carter. Here's Bitadze. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:24 left here in the first quarter. Here's Watkins. Can't hit from 12.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Bitadze is screen on Young. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Champagny. Watkins passes to Young. No good with the triple. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Johnson with the rebound.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
Watkins passes to Johnson. And here's Young from the arc. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Richardson outside. Over Johnson. Richardson, good.
This guy's such a strong mid-range shooter.
And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Taking a look at the Wizards. He is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then there's Gill. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward. Here's Champagnie. Hasn't made one yet. Now here's Hardy. He's tightly guarded. And that one comes up a bit short.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Banchero. Puts up a three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Carrington bounce pass. Now here's Hardy. He's guarded by Howard. And that one's good. Hardy.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Batadze setting a screen for Banchero. That one misses. Wizards trail by 9. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, "Coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it." Back to you.
A new school approach, if you will. Thank you, Allie.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
The first free throw is good. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. PDB, over the last several years, wins have been hard to come by for the Washington Wizards.
Kevin, it blows me away that this organization has not had a winning season since 2018, and they haven't won 50 games since 1979. Let's hope their young, inspiring draft picks are building into a good young core.
Batadze with it, defended by Young. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by Young.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
Richardson with it to the middle, looking for Banchero and gets it there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To Champagnie. Now Coulibaly. They set the pick. Shoots the three. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Now here's Richardson. Puts it up. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's a look at some of the stats for Desmond Bane.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved. A sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Koulibaly. The Wizards working the ball around now. It's Young on the wing. Fires the three. And it goes out of bounds. That's off Wagner.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Desmond Bane.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Right around 25 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Young. Another miss by Young. Magic leading by 11. Pass to Black. Banchero up top. He's covered by Gill. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Magic.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Here is Riley. Lock at 6. Inside, Koulibaly powered down with both hands.
Boy, Koulibaly can elevate, folks. That vertical is legit.
Pass to Suggs. Now, here's Banchero. It's good from long range. Banchero's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Wizards trail by 15. Young passes to Riley. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Banchero outside. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. That's good from Wagner on the assist from Banchero. And the Magic lead by 15. The Wizards have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Back to Young. Here is Riley. He has 5. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And Riley gets it to go. Riley's got 8 points.
Well, this offense certainly thrives when he's knocking those down.
Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Mo Wagner has a combination of size and skill that's special, and he knows how to adjust to contact.
Orlando shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And Washington making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And that one misses. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
And so here's Orlando, following the bucket by the Wizards. Suggs passes to Banchero. Releases. Washington with the rebound. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Young.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
And Banchero outside. In the corner, it's Payne. That falls. Nice feed that time from Banchero. Banchero's got 6 assists in the game. Wizards trail by 13. Johnson outside. Back to Young. Over Suggs. Young with a terrific move and the bucket. Young's got 17.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Outside, Suggs. Wagner is screen on Young. Great open look there. He's got 10.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
Pass to Vukcevic, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Sunday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Wizards trail by 14. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Johnson. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose, but after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Magic leading by 13. Now Black. Nothing on the board. Payne for 3. No good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Carter's got 8 points.
Boy, confident shot from the big man Carter Jr. spacing the floor.
Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Over Suggs. Young's shot is off. Well, Orlando's shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Now Banchero. Outside, Suggs. Drills it from outside. Suggs has got a pair of triples in the second now for Orlando.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Johnson outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Pass to Coulibaly. And here is Johnson. 5 on the clock. Carter pulls it in.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Banchero. And that one's good. Sucks.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Young. He's got 17. 59 seconds left here in the second. Looking to end the run. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Banchero. He's got 15. And the layup's good off the glass. Banchero's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Here's Black. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Young for 3, and again, it's Washington with a 3.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Suggs finds Banchero. Out to Carter. Lets it go with a 3. That ball's nice feed that time from Banchero.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And so it's Orlando holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Direct your attention to any of these. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, so close. Let's hear it for the participant.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
A look here now at the Magic. They're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Orlando Magic.
I love how they've kept the ball moving, make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato because they're burning that D.
Oh, Arnie.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Anthony Black is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Bane in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And it's Banchero missing.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Riley. Here's Young. Shot clock at 6. over Suggs. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Suggs with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Hands it from downtown. Banchero's got 20.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pass to Riley. Now here's Johnson. Young from outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Now here's Bane. 9 points in the game so far. Black with it. Bane passes to Banchero. Carter with the screen. There's the lob, but Carter hammers the alley-oop through.
In his vicinity, I promise you, Carter Jr. is going to catch the basketball. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Johnson outside. Back to Young. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. It's hauled in by the Magic. Suggs has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Banchero. He's got 20. It's stolen by Johnson. It's Young on the wing. Banchero against Riley. Back to Young. For the 3. Black grabs the board.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Carter outside. Pass to Suggs. Outside, Bane. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bane's got 12 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Johnson, a wide open look. They can't stop the run with that one.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
Pass to Carter. Here's Black. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And the shot goes in.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Here's Young. The Magic getting the bucket. Washington calls timeout. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past month for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Johnson outside. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And here's Banchero. Banchero draws the double. And it's Suggs missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Vucevic. Johnson kicks to Young. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Kevin, back to you.
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. Now, here is Young, and he has 28 points for the game. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 31 points.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass will normally knock those down.
Pass to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here is Riley. Johnson in the corner. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now, here's Bane. 12 points for him. Outside, Suggs. Bane against Koulibaly. Bane with the bucket.
You see the offensive versatility there. Bane stepping inside the arc to take that mid-range.
Pass to Riley. Johnson with it. Working on Black. Johnson can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now, Suggs. 16 points for him. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
When you look at his numbers, Desmond Bane is historically good from three-point.
Young sets a screen for Johnson. To the middle. Bane with the steal. Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Johnson outside. Back to Young. Koulibaly with a screen on Suggs. To halt the run, drains the three-pointer. Koulibaly's got 5.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. And a switcher also for Washington. Champagne's checked in. Washington's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Bane against Riley. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vucevic, good. He's got 8.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
Pass to Black. Now Bitadze. Now here's Suggs. The Magic need to get a shot off here. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Champagnie. Here is Riley. He's got 8. From deep. The rebound by Bitadze.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
Here's Banchero. Count it, good. Banchero's got 22.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Vucevic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Outside, Bane. Bitadze setting a screen for Bane. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. and he makes good on the layup.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Suggs passes to be Johnson. Payne for three. Sinks the triple. 20 points for him.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Pass to Riley. Back to Coulibaly. Coulibaly with a screen on Banchero. Johnson right side. Rebound by the Magic. And here is Suggs.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Banchero looking around. Drives to the hoop. And it comes off the front of the rim. For Washington, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. There's a screen. Riley against Banchero. And he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the horn. They are passing with a purpose.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. So it's both teams making substitutions here. While we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. 5th on the list, the Magic.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
The Magic shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. From deep, Richardson. No good on the shot. Washington's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Young inside. Richardson covering. Yes, that goes in. Young's got 13 points in the second half. Well, Orlando shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Outside, Payne goes up on the wing. Gill with the rebound. Wizards shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Young looking around. Here's Watkins. Off target from three-point range. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Payne. Patazzi is screen on Young. Payne for 3. The rebound by Carrington. Here's Gill. Tipped away. Payne with the steal. Here's De Silva. That one falls.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
De Silva. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Magic out in front, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Gill. Trae Young is out there with Carlton Carrington. And it's Watkins in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Richardson. Here's Bitadze. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Carrington.
I'll tell you, he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters.
And here's Young from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
So it's the Wizards now after the Magic pick up 2. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Richardson. Here's Bitadze to the paint. Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Now Carrington. Out to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Drills the 3-pointer. Champagnie's got 5 points now this quarter.
What an unselfish play. Carrington looking to get others involved.
Richardson outside to the inside. Back to Bitadze. Orlando moving the ball around. Bitadze setting a screen for Richardson, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And the Wizards hit again from deep.
That's a clever pass by Young, taking advantage of a defense that's focused on him inside.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And Orlando making a change here. Baines checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Vukcevic is checked in. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Bitadze the pass to Bane. Pass to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Richardson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Richardson. Wagner as 3-9 Young. Here's Richardson. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Wizards have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Young left side. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Young's got 15 points here in the second half.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him.
They set the pick. Down low. Pass to De Silva. Now Wagner. It's Richardson on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Washington, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Young outside. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Here's Richardson after the basket by Washington. Pass to Wagner. The tray. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Back to Young from outside the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Vitadze's got his fourth rebound in this one. And here's Richardson, defended by Carrington. Now, here's Wagner. Pass to De Silva. In the corner, it's Richardson. Here's De Silva. Hits it from three-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Now Richardson after the missed three from Trae Young. That three off the mark.
His scoring hasn't been what we're accustomed to, but as a team, they have been able to find success.
And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injuries. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staff?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is. From your head coach to the assistant coaches, down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
Here's Watkins, and it's Wagner with the rebound.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Richardson outside. Here's De Silva, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a play there, the hoop plus the arm.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
On the free throw, no good. And for lottery-bound teams, Doris, toward the tail end of the regular season, not much incentive to win.
Right. The thought process for teams in this position is about which draft selection am I going to get? Where am I going to be positioned in the lottery? Quite often, Kevin, any player that's had too much success on a roster like this has been moved away from the team. They've either traded them or cut them.
Now Carter, after the missed three from Trae Young. Back to Richardson. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Carter outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here is Riley trying to end the drought. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Wagner. Richardson the pass to Wagner. It's good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
One shot.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
Shots good from Young.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
The Magic shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Now, here's Richardson. Pass to De Silva. And here's Richardson. Offline with his three. Koulibaly with it. Now Young. Richardson cover. Back to Koulibaly. Johnson outside. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Richardson.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The Wizards have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Richardson against Young. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Now, Wagner, after the missed three from Trae Young, lets it go from deep. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here.
Isaac Cade.
1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Johnson outside. This one for three. It's hauled in by Richardson. Well, Orlando shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Wagner passes to Kane. And here's Richardson. 6 to shoot. Pass to De Silva. Rebound by the Wizards. Koulibaly's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Paolo Banchero.
Boy, you felt his impact all over the game tonight. A triple-double. Outstanding.
So it's Washington now. Riley passes it to Young. Now here's Johnson. Over Richardson. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Young.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Isaac outside. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now, here is Young. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew,